Good morning, welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Well, the main story this morning is that it is cold and there is snow in the air. Currently, there is a band of snow that has been developing over Long Island overnight and is starting to develop over northeastern New Jersey as well. This band is basically the result of disturbances moving through the northern mid-Atlantic combined with some mesoscale forcing, basically temperature differences of about a degree Fahrenheit or less. And because of that banding, some locations in Nassau and Suffolk County have received over 2 inches of snow. I'm even getting some unofficial reports of up to 4 inches of snow. So it's rather impressive what has developed overnight with this band. Of course, you add some Atlantic moisture and anything is possible. Now, through the day today, temperatures will remain cold. Temperatures will actually struggle in the mid to upper 20s along the coast and upper teens to lower 20s over the interior. Meanwhile, disturbances will continue to transport moisture and energy through the region. As a result, scattered snow showers will be a threat throughout the day for the entire northern Atlantic. Some locations will see nothing, and other locations will see light snow on and off all day due to these disturbances and moisture coming off the Atlantic. So keep an eye out there if you see some snow showers. It's not a major snow event in any way, shape, or form, but it'll definitely keep you on your toes and keep the road slick. Now, to show you the disturbances, take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, and you can see the blue colors here that are coming off the Great Lakes. That's moisture, but within those blue streaks, there are also disturbances. Now, those disturbances, as you can see, one's rotating through southern New Jersey, another one's enhancing the snowfall over Long Island. These disturbances are developing around an upper level low that is forming over northern New England. So as this disturbance develops, snow showers will continue to develop and move through the region. So this is basically what's causing the potential for snow showers throughout the region are these mid-level disturbances. Now, the surface map clearly shows our old storm from this past weekend has basically anchored over northern New England, specifically southern Maine, and will continue to rotate around northern New England for the next 2 days. As a result, winds will remain from the northwest anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour through this afternoon and 5 to 15 miles per hour through tomorrow, creating wind chills in the single digits and teens in the morning and teens and lower 20s in the afternoon, while high temperatures continue to struggle in the 20s to lower 30s along the coast and basically the 20s over the interior. To put it shortly, it is cold, and it will remain cold throughout this entire week with the threat of snow showers each day. Now, there is a disturbance that is currently developing over the southern plains that will approach the northern mid-Atlantic Thursday night into Friday. Right now, the majority of this moisture will remain to the south of New Jersey, but I can't rule out a period of light snow, especially for basically Atlantic City on south through Cape May County. But for the most part, it looks like this disturbance will stay south. If this disturbance happens to jog about maybe 50 miles to the north, then a more significant snowfall would be possible for Philadelphia and New York City. A system like this usually produces anywhere from 2 to 4, 3 to 6 type inch snowfalls. However, right now it looks like that disturbance will remain to the south. Of course, everyone wants to know about the storm for this weekend, specifically on Sunday. Now, as I discussed yesterday, the question is whether or not there will be a phase. Well, the new question is basically, where will the phase be? Because all the models now suggest that a phase between the disturbance that is moving through the Great Lakes and the disturbance moving through the Mississippi River Valley will occur. The question is when and how quickly. The latest European model guidance from the Penn State EWAL website clearly shows that a disturbance is starting to phase with the disturbance to the north, and the upper level low is going to be centered around the eastern Great Lakes up through Quebec. So it is a favorable pattern, but the problem is that it's a little bit too progressive because of the placement of the upper low over the Pacific. Notice the ridge axis on the guidance is a little bit further east than what we would like for a winter storm. It is over eastern Montana and moving towards the eastern slopes of the Rockies. you like that a little bit further to the west to produce your snowstorm. However, the point here is that instead of there being a question whether a phase will actually occur, now most of the model guidance agree that there will be a phase. The question is where. And in the long range discussion for premium clients, I'm going to have an in-depth discussion on exactly where I think this phase will occur and why. But the important thing to note here is that in the model guidance is that there is now agreement that a phase will occur. Now the question is just how close is this storm going to be? Because a position of the upper level pattern in this nature produces the following surface features. Because everything's a little bit further to the east, so is the low pressure system. So instead of the low pressure system developing along the North Carolina coast, it develops further out over the Gulf Stream, and as a result, the storm will intensify over the coastal waters, miss much of the northern Mid-Atlantic, but pummel the northern New England, possibly southern New England. So is this outcome possible? Yes, it is typical of a Miller-B system, which basically means an area low pressure redeveloping off the Mid-Atlantic coast and tracking northeast and then getting pulled back into New England as the upper level low intensifies and the phase is completed. So in this situation, again, we've gone from no storm to storm to now, yeah, there will be a storm, but the model guidance is wavering on where exactly. So we have some time to watch this storm. There's plenty of energy to produce a significant snowstorm. The question really is where, not if. And as you can see, by Sunday night, a powerful upper low develops. A complete phase occurs over northern New England. The phase is basically complete. The storm has matured. And as a result, the area low pressure is pulled to the west with a major snow event for Maine, but not for New York City or Philadelphia. So the storm misses, cold air continues, and as you can see, at 850 millibars, which is basically the middle of the atmosphere, we have an Arctic air mass that is basically sitting over the northeast and northern Mid-Atlantic. When temperatures are below minus 10 degrees Celsius at 850 millibars, that is some cold air. And then there's a bit of a moderation over central Canada and then another area of Arctic air over western Canada. So there's plenty of cold air around for North America. The question is, of course, whether we get this storm or not. So we're going to continue to watch the progression of these disturbances and how exactly they interact and when they interact. Thank you for trusting in NYNJPA Weather as your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day.